Welcome back to United Rock Nations. Today we're still at Hellfest with ESKIMO CALLBOY.
Hello.
Yay. So guys, how was the gig?
It was awesome. We came here with no expectations at all, and we just thought, okay, it's 12 o'clock, and normally we wake up at that time, and we can't think about the people being like partying,
Yeah.
Well, it was all good. There were so many people like having fun and drinking beers and jumping around. It was awesome, yeah.
Cool. Have you already played at Hellfest?
Never before,
Never.
so this
So-
was our first time. And to be honest, we heard a lot about that festival. Of course, there were so many big artists, and like thinking about us, it's like we're just a little number among all those big bands, and it's just an honor to be here. And I'm just glad that our booker brought us here, and
Yeah,
got us this
definitely.
impression. It was awesome.
And what it's main stage too?
Well, we're musicians, so we don't know about anything. We're just making music, and all the people in the back, like all booking and manager, they all know about the facts, the dates, and all the appointments. And when we came here, it was like, which stage are we gonna play? And they were like, yeah, you're gonna play main stage too. And I was like, shit, that's huge,
That's
man.
something,
It's like
yeah.
it's like Wacken in Germany, and crazy. So very lucky.
Cool. So you're booked for a shit ton of festivals this summer. Do you like playing festivals? Do you prefer it to regular venues? How do you?
This is one of those questions in interview that you cannot really answer, because every show has its own pros and cons,
Definitely.
I like club shows, for example, because there are no barriers and you can just feel the people and you get the sweat and you get all the tears and blood, But festivals is like the main thing. The main big thing about festivals is like when you get on stage on the big festival like that, you see all those people. Like you don't see individual people. It's just a fucking mass moving, And this gets you like these goosebumps, and this is one thing you will never forget. And I mean, this is what festivals are all about, because that you get together, you get a different kind of music get together, and different people. This is what it's all about,
So you've released your last album, The Scene,
Yeah.
last August. So that's nearly a year. How do you look back on it?
So, to be honest, it was a little bit, exciting for us, because when we look back on how we started ESKIMO CALLBOY 8 years ago, it was like only party. We wear those tights on stage. We looked ridiculous. When I see pictures from like back in 2010, I'm just like embarrassed by myself, But the thing is, you're moving on, and like every other album has a new style and a new genre, and this is what people always argue about. Like, how can a band change their style? And you know what? I think it's important, because you shouldn't get bored of your own music. So with every new music, with every new album, you have to find something new that satisfies you. And with the new album, The Scene, it was like we tried a lot of new things. We had some very cool but very soft songs as well. And this is what our people, our fans, didn't know too much, Like whenever we tried something soft, it was always, no, we want those core songs back, And we tried, for example, we had one element in our song, like these Muse guitars, like Muse, the band, and they have this fuzz guitars.
Yeah.
We used them a lot on the new album, and somehow it turned out to be good, Like it sounded well, it was all good, and the album, to be honest, was one of our best that we ever wrote, And so it taught us one thing: you should never be afraid of trying new things, because you cannot know how it feels like, how it turns out to be before you finally did it, So we're very satisfied, and to be honest, we're already writing a new album, and it's like still going on, still trying new things, and
Is it in the same direction?
yeah, it's people always mock us about becoming mainstream and stuff like that. We still have our hard songs, but I think the scene, and especially the core music scene, has changed a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't want to mention bands like Bring Me the Horizon or Parkway Drive, whatever. Like this typical breakdown core music, it's slowly dying, because you've heard every fucking breakdown in the world, and there's nothing new anymore. And so every band is trying to try out some new, you know, like, and that's what we're doing at the moment. And I don't see like the red line in our album, but we have like 4 or 5 songs nearly finished, and it's good. And this is what's most important, that it's good, that you feel good with the songs, you know. We'll see. It's too early to say something about the new album.
When do you think you'll release it?
Yeah, we had some dates with our labels, and it always depends on our working mentality, you know, like, we're lazy musicians. No, we can, I think, like right before summer 2019, maybe. We set a date around May 2019, maybe. But it's nothing, it's not a tight schedule or something. It's just like to have a little look to the future and, yeah.
Are you releasing an EP or something beforehand, or single videos, I guess?
So I'm not sure if I can tell you anything, but one thing I can tell you, we're gonna have a tour in October with Attila, and there are gonna be some dates in Germany, some dates in one date in Paris, I guess, and like European Umland. But the one thing I can tell you, we're trying to have a single release during that tour, but we're not sure which one and if and whatever, you know, like, it's still in the making.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. So in the meantime, you've recorded at first and released a live show in Cologne. Why this show in particular?
So we always have been a band that we got stuck to our hometown. So bigger band, like big bands, are always related to bigger cities, you know, like. I could say we're from Dortmund because everybody knows the soccer club Dortmund, but actually we're from Castrop-Rauxel, which is a little city next to Dortmund, and we cannot make shows in Castrop-Rauxel, so we had this show in Cologne, which is like 100 kilometers away from our hometown Castrop-Rauxel, and this show is like our hometown show, and you're always away from home a lot, like. There is the 80th birthday of your grandma, there is a wedding, you know, and you have to be on tour during that time. And at this point, we had all our families and friends together, and it was a special night for us, and it was a sold-out show. It was the biggest headline show that we played ever. And so we just thought about, like, let's put that on a Blu-ray and DVD. This is why we brought that out. Yeah.
Last question, but a disruptive one.
Yeah.
So, you've been qualified as porn metal by First Magazine, I guess, and you're often qualified as being homophobic and misogynistic. How rooted is that? Is this a stereotype or cliche, or?
Let's say I don't wanna block all those critics, you know, but this is like years ago. Like, look at our recent releases. There's nothing homophobic or else. But yeah, it's all good. So the thing is, when we started the band, we had no reputation. We had no responsibilities because we were nothing, you know. Like, we were just a little band from Castrop-Rauxel. And as we grow bigger, the responsibilities grow as well. So we thought about what was written in our lyrics. You know what I mean? And I don't wanna take the blame from us, but there are so many rap artists like selling millions of records, and they use harsher language than we do, you know. And this is all good, but when a little band from Castrop-Rauxel, Eskimo Callboy, is like releasing a fucking track, you know, people are always mocking about those things. And we talk to our fans, and there's not a single Nazi among them. There's not a single homophobic, or you know what I mean, like. They identify our lyrics as sarcastic, you know, and so we're good with it. And nowadays, there's much more to tell in our lyrics. So we left all those stuff behind.
Definitely.
So we're good.
Well, thank you very much for your answer.
Thank you too.
For your honest answer.
It was a good interview. Thank you very much. Hey guys, this is Kevin from ESKIMO CALLBOY, and you're watching United Rock Nations.